We've been on a significant journey together over the last 6 months. That journey has been underpinned by our common interest in looking at the future and asking, what sort of university do we want to be? Each module has examined different pieces of a complex picture. They have offered principles, practicalities, case study examples, and reflection on potential ideas about what the future might look like.
The issue presented in the first module was the need to move away from seeing ourselves as located in an ivory tower of research and teaching. We need to engage more explicitly with our publics by tackling grand challenges that can lead to social, cultural, economic and environmental benefit. We also need to embrace the significance of our role in local regions and communities, fulfilling our civic mission. The presentations generated some headline considerations, making choices about which challenges and communities to become involved with. And of course, we're not flying in as experts with ready-made solutions, but it's about working in long-term partnerships that require trust, valuing different perspectives and co-creating solutions. And all of this is so valuable for enriching our research and the student experience. In the second module, we were introduced to some theoretical principles about strategizing and managing change, followed by a range of interesting case studies. From this, we were reminded that nothing stands still. Indeed, universities have gone through many iterations over the last 2,000 years, and in turn, we need our future strategies to flex and adapt to constantly changing circumstances. We were introduced to some good questions to ask ourselves. What in our existing work are we really proud of? Who are our publics beyond the obvious stakeholders? And thinking about them in terms of their needs. For our students, it's not just about getting a degree. They're pursuing a bigger agenda about how they can flourish in their future careers. And serving our stakeholders is not about doing more of the same. We have got to make new choices. Finally, some of my colleagues were very honest about the poor implementation of strategy in the past. But our approach to the big conversation process, recently introduced by the new Vice-Chancellor, has been trying to make a better job of this, with greater staff involvement and more integrated planning across the university. And with respect to managing change, we were reminded that universities are very complex and dynamic organisations that require some important soft change skills. So it's about making realistic, practical decisions, never giving up, building relationships, and that people find meaning from seeing the big change picture. So you need to tell a good story with good data, good examples, and passion. Module 3 helped us to understand how we can build leadership capability in everyone. It starts with us all role modelling leadership behaviour, and the qualities we heard about are currently referred to as compassionate leadership. Then we need to devise a range of leadership development experiences that help people collaborate right across the university, including developing relationships with the most senior staff. Promotion is about recognising people who are displaying compassionate and relational leadership, so that they can be held up as role models. The process must be open, fair and equitable. And finally, we heard about the importance of creating a human environment where people feel safe, valued and supported. Making decisions means that we need to think in terms of purpose and impact rather than narrow targets and outputs. And we can help people to do that by sharing information and welcoming constructive challenge through mechanisms like the Shadow Management Board that has been used for the last 5 years in Cardiff Business School. Module 4 stressed the importance of universities looking to new and diverse sources of income. We saw examples of commercialising research through spin-outs, startups and industry partnerships. And we also heard about a school that had tripled its income by introducing more flexible learning options for students. Of course, we must then manage that resource effectively through a planning process that integrates all the university's diverse activities, whilst also recognising the nuances of all the different elements. It is a difficult undertaking. The insights we gained about project management echoed some of the messages about managing change. It's about enabling, not directing, through being visible and showing emotional intelligence. And again, we heard about the importance of change agents at all levels of the organisation, and especially investing time in building relationships within the core project team. There was also a message about having more nuanced measures of success.
You will have made your own sense of all the different sessions, but I hope that this summary has reminded you of some of the overarching messages that relate to the fundamental purpose of this programme. It's about all of us taking leadership responsibility for developing new ways of thinking and distinctive ways of working that will transform higher education for the people we serve.